What is happening, people? It is... That's a big head. You have a big head. What is happening, people? It is Brian Alsruhe with NEVERsate.com, and welcome to this week's training footage. So last week, what I ended up doing was taking you guys around the workout with me and just talking to you guys about my feelings while it was going on. And then afterwards, I came back with a voiceover and kind of critiqued all of my lifts and things like that. So for full disclosure, Wednesday, today's Friday, Wednesday, I came in and I thought I was gonna do the same thing, and I thought I'd be really cool and throw in some cool exercises like a frame deadlift and a Viper log press and all these things, and recorded it all, had some pretty genuine stuff, but then it just didn't end very well for me. I had a pretty terrible lifting day. So I know I'm not trying to run away from showing you guys bad things, but you guys have seen plenty of bad things on the channel. Right now, I'm on a good streak. So the plan for today is get another good one in, and we're gonna retry this. So I would love to tell you guys that it was because I didn't think you guys could get as much out of the critique of the frame deadlift and the Viper press, but the truth is I just sucked, so yeah. But today is a new day, and what the plan is I'm going to do front squats lightly because I'm having a little bit of knee stuff that I'm gonna talk to you guys about in a little bit. And then I'm also gonna be working up on a bench press. I'm gonna do some sort of rows, most likely with an axle to work my grip a little bit more today, and then probably a single or a double on the bench press. Now, I am going to be using a Swiss bar, or more specifically, the Elite FTS American Cambered bar, because it feels a lot better on my shoulders than a straight bar right now. So that's just what I'm going with. Whether it's easier or harder, I don't really care. That's just what I'm considering going to be my PR right now, to kind of work around and just kind of see where I'm at. Now, the real reason why I'm doing it is so that I can go through and kind of critique everything I'm doing, because if I'm honest with you, I have always been good at bench press. I have these little short T-Rex arms. I was obsessed with it when I first got into lifting as a teenager, so it's something that always came pretty easy to me, and I got to 300 pounds faster than most people did. And then I actually had to learn what I was doing to continually progress all the way until I got up to 500 pounds. However, once surgery happened, I dropped way back down, and now I'm just working my way back. I know I'm probably somewhere in the 300s. However, I don't know. We'll find out today. Let's go. All right, guys, welcome to the commentary and welcome to my warm-up set. So, I am gonna be critiquing myself throughout the rest, but right now when it's this light, honestly, all that I do on my warm-up sets is, number one, kind of get a feel for what is hurting really bad on my body and what is not hurting. So a lot of times you'll see my first reps at like 135, like you see here. I'm dropping it super slow because I haven't done any type of warm-up prior to this, because if I do warm-ups, I end up throwing up and then I can't really get a workout in. So I need to hit everything pretty cold, and since I don't have a percentage of really what to follow, because I have good days and bad days because of the diseases, then I end up just kind of feeling things out, which is exactly what you're seeing. So this would be the end of my warm-up sets here at 185. As I said, on the front squat, I'm actually going light, and the reason why is because I'm getting some knee pain, right? And I'm not really sure what I did, but there's floating pain in your body, right? If you guys have lifted for any amount of time, you'll know that this week your back hurts, right? And that'll hurt for a couple weeks, and then suddenly your elbow hurts, and then when your elbow stops hurting, now your knee hurts, and it just kind of jumps around your body. So right now, the floating pain is sitting right on top of my knee, and I was really trying to think if I tweaked it or twisted it or did something stupid, but in reality, it has nothing to do with my knee. It actually has to do with my calf and my gastroc that's actually kind of locked up. So I'm trying to get that to release, but I'm just telling you guys this so that you guys know, a lot of times when you have knee pain, a lot of times it has nothing to do with your knee. Oftentimes, if people have knee pain kind of like on their kneecap, it ends up being patella tendonitis. So all you need to do is kind of roll out your quad really, really well, get that patella tendon to kind of flatten out more, and you'll get rid of some of that pain because it'll stop pulling so hard. And then currently what I'm dealing with is almost like a knot in the back of my knee or the top of my calf that I'm just trying to work on. It's kind of pulling things out of place. So for lack of a better term, it feels like things are slightly like dislocated, right? So it's not real pain, it's kind of like, I hope something bad doesn't happen. So I'm just gonna keep it light, keep it beltless, not let any ego out in the way, and just try to move something relatively heavy. I'm guessing it's probably gonna be in the 315 to 360, 15 range. Okay, so here on the front squat already, you can start to see a couple things I'm doing incorrectly, and it's only at 275 pounds, and it only gets worse as it goes. One of those main things is that with the front squat, I want to try to keep my chest high and my chin down, because when I'm in that position, it allows my anterior delts to build type of a shelf that bar is going to sit onto. And if I start raising my chin up when I'm coming out of the hole, like you're going to start seeing me doing here in just a second, then the bar starts slipping forward. You guys, it's tough to see there, but you can see my head tip up just a bit, and that's actually making it harder and harder for that bar to stay on my shoulders. So I'm hurting myself by looking up, and I need to stop doing that. It's also not sticking my lower back in a terrific position to be supporting, especially that type of weight. All right, so we're putting a little bit more weight on the bar, and things are feeling pretty decent. The front squat, honestly, right now, I'm staying so light. I'm just trying to, almost for lack of a better term, trying to make my kneecap track a little bit better, because sometimes I'll come in with something messed up, and then it's just a little bit of work, and it'll kind of clear itself up. So it's kind of what I'm hoping there. I'm going to continue to add very small baby plates, just kind of working my way up to see where it gets uncomfortable enough that I want to come back down, kind of stay. Bench press, 250. Felt pretty fast, faster than it has in the past. So that's really good. I'm probably gonna jump 275 there. As far as the actual row, 250, as you guys can see, I need to slow down a good bit when I'm dropping that thing, because my hands cannot double overhand squeeze that 2-inch axle hard enough to let that motion reverse. So I'm almost doing like a slow eccentric, and it's not on purpose. It's literally just so that my hands can reverse that motion without letting it slip out. So we'll see how long that lasts. Alright guys, so from this view you can get a much better idea of how junk that head position is. That should not be pointing up like that or even straight forward. Actually, my chin should be a little bit down. It's not helping my lower back, it's not helping anything. But what I want to talk about a little bit more now is this bench press. Because as you can see, there is zero leg drive. That is a massive problem. Because since I haven't been able to bench heavy, the leg drive hasn't really been necessary, so I got lazy with it. And the second you get lazy, if you're not using it, you're losing it. Alright, so far I'm actually feeling pretty good. Front squats, 335 actually felt pretty decent, so I'm going to jump to 365 there. And then the bench press, I think I'm going to hit 300, then I'm trying to decide between 300 and 315 and how many jumps I want to make. Maybe I'm going 315. My thinking is that I'm probably going to end up topping out right around 365, or at least that's where, statistically, since the surgery, where I top out. So it's kind of what I'm expecting, and I'd like it to last a little bit longer than 1 or 2 more sets. So no, we're going 315. We're going 315. And as if I planned it, right here you're going to be able to see exactly what I'm talking about, because my head position is a little bit better, but I'm having a tough time keeping that bar on the front of my shoulders. It gets better next set, but honestly, I was doing a ton of things still wrong there, especially not really setting my brace, and that's allowing me to collapse forward. But worse is here on the bench press. You can see I'm trying to flare my elbows, and that is with that Elite FTS Cambered American bench bar. So my hands are already neutral. If they were on a regular barbell, I'd be flaring my elbows way too early, and that would be really, really detrimental to my benching. Billy just informed me that I had a booger in my nose, and I'm not sure if it was in the last cut, so just in case it was, I'm moving up weights. Now this set of 365 is much better. My head position still isn't great, and I should be fighting my elbows up as the first movement out of the hole right there, but I'm not. So it got a little bit better, but I need to start doing a lot of things more technically correct on the front squat if I plan on beating my old PR anytime soon. And then here, those things happen when you don't set up correctly. So make sure you're far enough out and you roll the bar to the front of the J-cups. It's all good things. Now this, I really didn't think I was going to get, so this made me happier than it should probably have. All right, so in the absolute shocker of the day, 370 went up smooth. 335 hit the rack. I hit the rack sometimes. So I did not expect that to go that well. I am going to hold it there and leave on a good note. After the 335, got kind of frustrated, so I just threw 365 on and was like, man, I'm going to go for it. So then last minute, I just jumped in and threw a 2.5 zone because I figured don't tie your old PR, at least get a bait PR. So that's what I did. Nowhere near my real PR, but hey, this is good for right now. So very, very happy with that. I'm going to move on to some assistance, and then I need to get going because coaching's happening soon. I did not have a ton of time, so I started out my assistance with 5 overhead presses, which I am very upset about. I feel like I'm almost half repping there, guys. As you can see, I am barely putting my head through the window, and basically I'm just shorting all those reps. That's something I definitely need to work on. Now, that was my first set of overhead press, and oftentimes I was not expecting 185 to feel that heavy. In my old days, I would have thrown 185 on it. It would have been a really good first weight to jump to. However, it may have been just a little bit heavy. I can see it gets a little bit better here, but still, as you guys can see, I'm not really punching my head through that hard. It's kind of half repping those things, so not happy about that at all. I did want to talk to you guys really quickly because I'm getting ready to, after this, I go into a Tabata bench press. And basically, if you don't know what Tabata is, that means you're going to work for 20 seconds, and then you're going to take 10 seconds rest, followed by another 20 seconds and 10 seconds. You do that for 8 total rounds or 4 total minutes. So it really, really burns you out. But there's a couple things I want to work on my bench I want to tell you guys about. The first being that I really need to start working on keeping my elbows more tucked, get my leg drive back involved. I need a better arch. I'm not getting my upper back tight beforehand. Those are really the main things right now, but they're just cues that need to keep being worked. All right, so I finished up with subsistence and then moved on to Tabata bench presses, which I obviously got fried on. So that kind of sent me over the edge. I was outside throwing up for a little while, but now I am back. But now it's time to coach. So that is the end of my workout. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hopefully, I went over a couple things during my critique of myself that you guys will be able to use in your own things. And again, I think this is something I really enjoy doing, is just kind of, I'm picking apart myself anyway, so I might as well do that if it'll help you guys out during. So guys, I thank you so much to all you who signed up for the seminars. Literally everything is sold out. I am thinking about opening up one more date on May 16th for the second deadlift seminar. So if you are interested, make sure you email me, but do it quickly, because I think already like 3 out of 5 of those are already sold, and we haven't even, we're announcing it now. So if you are interested, make sure you get in touch with me. If enough people do get in touch with me, then I'll open up another date, guys. It's all about supply and demand here, so I just thank you so much for everything you guys do to support me, and just all the ways that you guys just be you. So guys, thanks so much. I will catch up with you later in the week. Until I do go out to something amazing in your lives, keep working hard, people. Be nice to each other. I'll see you then. Come here, you want to come here? Come on. Yeah, come here. Yes. You can't drink the water. It's my water.